Alright, let's start today's LeetCode session. And yeah, cool. Chat and awesome. I think we're ready to start. And let's see. The first question of the day. Choosing crossing matrix presenting an image by 90 degrees clockwise to modify the input array. Alright. Cool. This is n will be up to 20. Cool. We have been given a 2D matrix and we have to rotate it 90 degrees. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 will become something like 7, 4, 1, 8, 5, 2 and 9, 6, 3. Alright. So okay, there is like what? Okay, so basically it is like if I observe like this is 1, 2, 3, this goes here. Alright, so it is pretty simple logic, I guess. Right, so this basically makes sense because what will happen if we take transposers? This 1, 2, 3 will go here. 1, 2, 3. This 4, 6 will be in the middle. 7, 8, 9 will go over here. Now I'll have something like 1, 2, 3 in this first column, 4, 5, 6 in the second column, and 7, 8, 9 in the third column. And if you see the output is like 7, 8, 9 in the first column, 4, 5, 6 in the middle, and 1, 2, 3 in the last, which is basically a mirror image of a transpose. So that would make sense actually. So let's see if it works or not. I think it should. And as far as I remember, this is how this question is solved. So yeah, I guess it's worth trying. Alrighty, let's take transpose. Actually, let's do one thing. Is it in crossing matrix? Yeah. J is plus plus. Next is what we need to do. We need to switch rows with columns, right? Yeah. How do we do that? All right. Now I have to use 0. Basically, I start traversing this up to 3, and I switch its position of basically 0 0 would go straight 0 0, right? Yeah. I go here. This is what 0 1. This is 0 1. 0 1 will go to 1 0. All right. So it will be something like in temp and matrix of ij. Matrix of ji will come here, and matrix of ji will be set as temp. Now the thing is, if I traverse the whole matrix, this would eventually switch back all the elements, right? Like I'll be traversing this and this and this, so it will be eventually replacing all the elements back to their original positions. So this won't work that way, right? I'll have to change that. All right, so how can we ignore that, prevent that basically? It's like I shift this, then I come over here. This is already shifted, I come over here. This would be already shifted, then I come over. Alright, so it can be something like if we start the J from I, we won't be touching those indexes or those indices which are already transposed. Do it in reverse. We'll only traverse half of it over here, and this should work, I guess. Let's see if it works or not. It didn't work. Why did it not work? 747 858 969. Basically, we are missing out the first row. Rest everything is good. Println what? Print, and I printing like, okay, I will be like this. Matrix of ij. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. So the issue is in the reversing logic, the reflection logic basically. Our this what you call this transpose is working fine. The issue is in reflection. The reflection is not working. Oh, all right. The issue is with this one actually. This should work early. Let's see. Yeah, it works. Awesome. Spiral order. Let's all right. How does this work? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. Let me quickly use it on my notebook and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9. Become 0, 1, 2 and 0, 1, 2. All right. And it goes. All right. First of all, I need this. Cool. Now what I need is I need traversal in this order. Cool. It will be like start traversing from 0, 0. Then you go to 0, 1. Then you go to 0, 2. Then you come down to 2, 1. Sorry, 1, 2. Then it is 2, 2. Then it goes to 2, 1. Then it goes to 2, 0. Then it is 1, 0. And then it is finally 1, 1. Right. This is the pattern that we have to traverse in. Okay. First our column increases, then our row increases, then our column decreases, then our row decreases, and then again our column increases. The same loop. All right. All right. It's like you start overseeing from that. No. Spiral. How does this work? Need to figure out this pattern, right? So I'll be needing something like starter is 0, start column is 0. I also need a stopping point, right? So alright, I also need a stopping point, so it becomes something like this. Total is how many? 3, 3, 6, 9. That's 3 into 3, 4, 3, 12. Yeah. These are the total number of elements, and count of how many I've traversed divided count is not equal to total. After this, what you do is what do you do after this? You increment your start rate by 1. Next is end column. Why is this not loading? It opened. Cross an integer matrix. The limit is 0, set and hello. Foreign to be zeros. Must do it in place. Alright. 2 time complexity of O m cross n, and space complexity will be O of max of m comma n, right? Yeah, so what I'm suggesting over here is something like optimize it further is the next question. How can we remove this map? How can we reduce this O of n, big O of n space complexity? Can we reduce it? Reduce this is a question. Let's take this example 0, 1, 2, 0, 3, 4, 5, 2, and 1, 3, 1, 5, 8. Output is what? It is 0, 0, 0, 0. Right, the highlighted ones in blue are the ones which are updated, right? We've updated both rows and columns of that particular 0, right? So what we can do is, for example, it is 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1 becomes. That's what it becomes, right? Can I somehow store which columns the rows to update? For example, I store it on that particular row and column. Right, now comes the case of this, where so for example, in example 2, if I take 0 to 3, 3 is already 0, right? And I have to update 0, 0. But 0, 0 is already 0. So how do I know that it is already 0, right? Yeah, this should work. Let's see. We'll be implementing just one because we won't be updating 0th column or first column right now. Instead it will be like it's taking a long time. Alright, my internet is slow, I guess. Yeah, my internet is slow, but I think it's a LeetCode issue. Let me refresh it. Did it work? What? Accepted in 7 hours. Wow. LeetCode is really messed up, I guess. Ways I can do this, and let's see if it got permitted or not. Hopefully it runs in Chrome. Okay, it doesn't run over here. Case 2 got eliminated. Why? Alright, what is happening here? It is basically updating this middle value also. Why? Because this would update it and this will lead to updation of this, right? Yeah, got it. How does this work then? First thing, I also need to update this, right? Since we are putting a hardcode check on this, we can simply start with J1. Can we? Yes, I think we can. We like will browse this. This will be checking separately, right? So we will be skipping this. In this case, it will update this also. We don't need to traverse first row because we already updated it, and any of this is 0, update it to 0. Why is this not working? What? Alright, I'll do it here anyways. It's saved here, right? What about the first row over here? How do you know it will be updated? Why is this updating it? Hey, hi Lakshay. Yeah, hi Lakshay. Why is this not working? Did not submit. Is this my submission? Yes, this is the one, and it got submitted. I don't know why this is giving. LeetCode is misbehaving nowadays, I guess, a lot. So, anyways, yeah, this approach worked actually. What we did was very simple, kept track of all the columns and rows that we needed to update, right? And yeah, I think I'll still. Oh, yeah, I have it. I have 100x divs actually. Yep, this is the correct approach, I guess. It works. All right, this worked. Okay, it should go over here actually. Let me try submitting it now, and I'll see if the tab opens over there or not. It will. Oh, I actually have one 200, I guess. Yeah, I have one 200. I didn't buy 0 to 1 because I didn't need it. But I have pretty much didn't watch it yet. Like, I guess I just bought it for some Kubernetes stuff, nothing else. But yeah, it's great. It's actually great. Atom generator is done. Hopefully, it's getting updated regularly. Yep, working fine. Like, I think you should, if you really want to increase your learning, you should go for a 1 to 100 also. Like 0 to 1 is basic stuff which you can find anywhere for free, like on YouTube and all. Kind of, you can also find 1 to 100 for free anywhere. Like, there are a lot of videos or sources out there who have taught Kafka and Redis stuff in much more deeper way than Hercules course. But yeah, it's good to get an introduction if you wanna get some. Like, I basically knew Redis and Kafka beforehand before purchasing the 1 to 100 course. I just wanted to get a hand of Kubernetes thing. That that's what my main goal was before buying the 1 to 100 course. Yeah, okay, I read somewhere. Whoa, that's great. Lead code skills. Yeah, that's great actually. Uh, I basically don't have any project to build nowadays. That's why I'm focusing on lead code. So yeah, lead code is great to increase your reasoning skills or logic building. That's awesome. Cool. I think I'll try this out. That's awesome. Now basically Node supports env out of the box and TypeScript out of the box, so you don't have to download .env package and you don't have to do build again and again while developing. That's great. Oh yeah, left with 5 questions. I'm not doing tries over here. I'm left with 5 questions, and then afterwards, I think I'll start with LeetCode 150. Maybe. Yeah, that would be great. Cool. Yeah, that also depends on you. If you want to go into MNC, you'll have to master DSS skills. If you want to get into some startups, you'll have to have great development skills. Like startups, if some of the startups ask you some DSA questions, those won't be that difficult. Like those will be some basic DSA questions which you can do without any hardcore lead code practice. So yeah, prefers on what companies do you prefer to join in your phase in your career. Like I personally believe initially joining startups actually increases your skill set a lot. Like you get to learn a lot in startups initially. So that's why I I think joining startups is better for me in the initial phase of career. But yeah, this can vary from person to person. But having good lead code skills isn't bad at any point of time. So, hey, wait a second. Why is it just not marked? Yeah, now it's not. Cool. Let's check out GitHub. Oh, that's good. Uh, Depends. Like, there's that's a microservice architecture. So you get merge stack also. You get some of the microservices, like some of the cron jobs and other things are written in Golang. Somewhere you'll see merge stack. Somewhere you'll see TypeScript being used. So somewhere it will be React. At some places it's Next.js. So it's completely split up in multiple microservices. So depends whatever thing does our job in a better way. That's what we use. And for cloud, we use AWS. So most of the things, all the serverless functions, our storages, and anything else is actually maintained on AWS. Like it's a really good ecosystem. So that works for us. I can start this, I guess. Interview prep. Cool. Awesome. How do you decide the tech stack? It depends on your needs. Like, of course, there are so many out there. Like, it is like, see, first, one of the most important things while deciding a tech stack is the resources that are available with you, right? Marketing. Oh, you never pick a tech stack based on their marketing, man. Like, I personally don't like Next.js. There's a lot of hype about Next.js and all, but I personally never liked Next.js and I have never used Next.js. Like in one or two projects, I have used Next.js, but I don't prefer using it because I don't understand the whole concept of it, like merging whole front end and back end things together and all that stuff. It's not good according to me. That's why I never prefer using Next.js. Now, coming to how you choose a tech stack, it completely depends on your use case. Like, if you need some really good parallel processing or a really fast things happening out there, right? Then you can choose a multi-threading language like Java, Golang, right? In that case, basically Node.js will be outperformed by Golang in any scenario. Yeah, it is bad. Like you merge backend and front end to all together. There's no specific way of writing middlewares that easily. The routing is really bad. Like the whole folder structure just gets really, really bad when your project goes bigger. So that's why I hate Next.js, to be honest. And yeah, like see, if you want a really fast processing out happening out there, like for one of the microservice, we wanted it to happen really fast. Like the script was required to run, like it was a really heavy script. Like you can say if I wrote it in Node.js, I wrote it in Node.js for the first time. I ran it for a single night. Only 10 lakh entries were processed in a single night. We had to process approximately a million entries. So it would take approximately 9 to 10 nights in Node.js, right? Then when I wrote that particular script in Golang, it just happened in, I guess, 10 to 20 minutes. So that's how you decide which tech stack you need to use. Like, it was basically my idea to use Golang for that script because it happened really fast. I knew I could do it with Go routines and all. Suppose I know JS and Python. Do people expect us to learn new language and implement that? See, there's no harm in learning new things, right? Like, I didn't know Golang. Okay. Uh, I learned Golang. I suggested myself to the hierarchy, to the upper authorities. Okay, we can write the script in Golang because it would run faster. They agreed. Since it's a startup, you don't have to follow that whole 1 month process. Okay, get an approval from higher authorities or all that stuff. They agreed. I wrote the script. It worked in 20 to 30 minutes. So it's not that people expect you to learn new language. It's just if you're getting the job done, that's it. That's all they need. Like why the whole backend is not in Golang, written in Golang at our org or at any org, any startup right now is because you can't find Golang engineers that easily as compared to Node.js engineers or Python engineers, right? Python developers. So that's how demand works, I guess. So if you can get the job done in Python quickly, it's good for you, it's good for the org. Nobody will force you to learn a new language. If you think you can do it a lot better by learning a new language, then you should do that, I guess. Eventually, all these learnings will come into use in future for you also, right? Like, see, that's the thing about startups. You get to hustle a lot. You will have to put in extra efforts in the initial phase of your career just to learn new things. But that will eventually help you in the longer run of your own career. Mm. I can learn language, no problem in that, but does they expect us to learn in a week or so? Uh, all right. This is also like, see, if their existing code base is written in a language that you don't know, and you are moved to that particular team, yeah, of course, language is just a tool. You don't have to stick to one language. Like why I prefer sticking to one language is just solidify your concepts. Then you can simply switch any language. All right. Now coming back to your question, that do they expect you to learn in a week or so? See, if there are multiple microservices written, right, and there's already a microservice written in, let's say, Golang or let's say Java, and you don't know that language, and you're assigned a task in that particular code base, then you will have to learn it, right? By hook or by crook, you'll have to do the job. You'll have to get the job done. But they won't be preferring ki, okay, learn a new language in a week and write a whole new microservice in that new language. Okay, because everybody knows learning a whole new language in a week and writing a whole new microservice in that language just after learning that language will not be that much efficient. Like it will be slow for you, it will be slow for the company. Moreover, it will be not that efficient written microservice, right? So it's just that if there's an existing code base written in a new language that you don't know, you'll have to learn it if you get assigned a task. If you have to write a whole new microservice or whole new product from scratch in a new language, then you'll get some time. Of course, you'll get some time, or most probably the company will hire a dedicated developer or engineer who knows that language. That's how the system works. Cool. Happy that I helped you clear it out. Let me know if any other thing is needed or if I can help you in any other thing. Are you in college, right? You're in college, right? Why is no share even in this list? It's a really huge company. It doesn't have to be in this list. Whiteboard, again, a really big brand, doesn't have to be in this list, man. Scroll bar that was what? Third year. All right. Which college is it? Like, how the placements and job hunting going on? Wait a second. Did I see eraser over here? Oh man, why is it even in this list? Oh, got it. LeetCode is just, I think, some pattern solving. You just have to solve it regularly. Like, me myself doesn't have that much good skills in LeetCode. All right, I don't perform that good in LeetCode, so oh man, at least you got it through J means. I read through a private college. Colleges don't matter long later on in your career, so don't worry about it. Every other project over here is based on AI. Awesome. AI boom is just going like the way Web3 boom went, man. Uh, I was planning to switch jobs actually. So I was just applying. I think I applied to what around 200 companies, and I got 2 to 3 interviews out of it, I guess. Yeah, and Mathongo was one of them. I got into it, and yeah, that's what it was basically. It was all about. I was just planning to switch, and I just applied, and that's how I got into it. No referrals at all. I think it was a Google form or what, something like that, in which I applied. I don't remember exactly, but if you see, like, I can show you. It would be here. Wait a second. I'll quickly open it. Yeah, if you see here, let it load. This is a list of all the companies in which I applied, and the result, rejection, and all that stuff. So I applied in Math and Go the ordinary way, I guess. Like, Why is it not popping up? Wait a second. It should be somewhere over here. Give me a moment. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, I applied from a Google form actually. It was a Google form from which I applied and got the offer after some interviews. Yeah, this is it. It was 2024 hiring. Website did I refer to as in? I didn't get your point. Like from where did I get the job opening? Are you asking that? Mostly I did it from LinkedIn. There were Telegram groups, WhatsApp communities, Twitter postings. Uh, like there were people posting on X, well found and all that stuff. Like there were multiple websites to be honest. One of the Telegram groups is called Intern Freak, I guess. There you can find the hirings. That's where that's from where I applied. There's a site called Engineer Hub also. They also keep posting. Like companies also post over there. I want to automate this actually. I want to see the top products, see the best of 2024. Yeah, let's see this. Of course, first is cursor. Super base. All right. Bold learning also got it. Great. Node, I want to learn more about backend. I know CRUD authentication when I search. What are the next steps? There are so many steps. What step you take to learn more about backend? Right, if you know about CRUD operations, right, you're already done with basic backend stuff. Like you know authentication, you know CRUD operations, you know JWT and all, right? I think you would be. Are you done with OAuth authentication, like sign in with Google and all that stuff? You can do that for authentication. Further authentication steps. Next up, learn about caching. All right. Don't just stick to one database like MongoDB or anything like that. Just get out of your comfort zone and also go for other DBs like MySQL, PostgreSQL, and all that stuff. All right. Then go ahead, learn for caching, learn how Redis works, learn how server-side caching works, how you invalidate cache, what data you need to cache, why it makes your server faster, and how by how much percentage it increases the speed, right? Then after doing caching, you can see how actually queuing mechanism works, like all those Kafka things, like message brokers, message queues. How do those work actually, and why do people actually use it in their system designs? Like just start learning bit things about caching, messaging queues, message brokers, and all that stuff, and you'll be good to go. I guess that's all you need as a beginner. Like, of course, there are a lot of things like you should, as a backend developer, you should know about cloud also, a little bit about cloud, a little bit about Docker, all that stuff. But those are the things you can go ahead and do while working, like, or while making projects. You'll come across these things and you can do it. So caching, messaging queues, message brokers, just start with these things. These will eventually lead you to next things that you need to learn. All right, I guess that's it for today. And yeah, let's continue the stream tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Good night.